What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Skylanders Honesty Half Hour. Today is episode 26, and as always, I don't know, as of recording this, who we have today, but you guys do. So let's spin the wheel and then give them the review and rate them out of 5 stars. For the 26th time, here is the wheel. Let's give her a spin. Who are we going to get today? What console am I going to have to boot up is the real question. There's some of the options. Tri-tip. We get to run up some Imaginators. All right, I'll do it on Switch 2 as well. All right, so we just booted up Switch 2 Imaginators, and I know you guys like to see the actual figures for Imaginators when I play it on the Switch still, so now I have to dig through this box and find them. Why are my most expensive Skylanders in a box? I don't know. Mind your own business. I don't I don't know. There he is. See, Tri-tip was one of my very first senseis, actually, like probably first 5. All right, so here we go. Here is Tri-tip. I'm just gonna click it. Here's my legendary Tri-tip. Love the variants in Imaginators, if I'm being honest. I think they might be better than the really dark blue and gold versions. If it was black and gold, I think that would be cooler, but whatever, I'll take it. All right, so for his moves, this one is on, that's too much talking. This one's on the trap path, which I prefer. I think it's been a while. It's been a while. Anyways, top path is mace slams, which causes a vortex, doing more damage, and the bottom path is more defensive and trap based. But I really like the traps because they're fun to use, and that's nowadays. I think I value that more than like just raw power. So the traps do more damage, they summon faster, do more damage with critical hits, and then when you charge into them, they do a giant explosion. And if you're lucky, you can charge into all 3 at once, and it does like 600 damage combined. It's fantastic. So his basic abilities are the mace slam, the traps, and then the charge, or wherever the charge is. There it is. It's actually the second upgrade. Then you get a random meteor falling from the sky, which is really strange, but it's okay. I just don't recommend being tri-tip when you're in the hub, what do they call it? The MAP. Because that meteor will hit random birds and then you get thrown into a fight. Don't recommend. And then is Sky Cheat. So if I don't like this path as much as I remember, then I'll switch. That's the luxury of playing on the Switch, is that I don't have to get up or anything. I could just hit a button and it switches my Skylander. It's pretty neat. Also, we did return to this camera angle once again. I just think I like it better. Especially, I realized for streams, I don't know if I've used it for streams yet as of recording this, but like when I'm reading the chat, I'm looking kind of at you guys, and I feel like that's more personal, and I feel like that's just better. Because otherwise it was like looking over here, but I'm reading comments, or I'm looking over here and the camera's over there. You know, creator issues. Also, we are on expert. That was the random meteor that just fell, by the way. I don't remember how much combat's really in this level, to be honest. He was literally one of the first I got. That's really all I remember. I used him a ton. Alright, now what if I put up the traps? Do they just tear up everything? Oh no, they don't. The charge does, though. Alright. Yeah, and you get that little shield, so you take less damage. And I like how it shows you, like in the first few games, it's like increased armor when flying. It would be cool, like if you were flying, that you had little like shields around you.
Only barriers of the mind can stop me. Luckily,
that's tough.
Send you to help me out? Oh, he's a
Who?
true friend, that guy. And I could sure use a hand activating these bellows here.
You guys already know if the levels go quickly, then we'll be jumping in arena. Which we probably will. I don't think this level's very long. I can't skip either. Who was your guys' very first sensei? Mine was off Facebook Marketplace. Shout out to Katie. Katie's Toy Box. OGs remember. She sold her whole collection to someone, and so she stopped selling. But that's who I got most of my collection from her. But I got Golden Queen, King. I got like what the starter pack would have been. This way? Am I going the right way? Whatever. We're having conversation time anyways. Gold, other than Golden Queen and like the starter pack people, I just did 200 and some on that slam. That's ridiculous. We're gonna do this, and then bada booey. Love it. Also, we don't need to be over here. I just realized. Then I got Crash Bandicoot, Neocortex, and then I think I got Tri-Tip and Wolfgang. Wolfgang I got pretty early on. Which Wolfgang's still one of my favorites. I did use him again for a stream like a year ago, and I actually like didn't enjoy his gameplay as much as I used to, which was kind of sad, but I still think he's very good.
And to do that, you'll need to bust up these rocks and find some kicking gems to kick into the supports. Some weird steps, I realize.
Yeah, this whole game's weird. This whole game's a fever dream.
Peculiar bridge lowering configurations in history.
I think this is the first video I'm recording since being home from Canada. I hope you guys enjoyed those streams with collecting with Spenny. We did a bunch of Skylanders PvP'd along with Bean Boozled challenges. It was a ton of fun. If you guys want to watch the whole stream, you could just watch vertical, horizontal. There's 4 streams on my channel. And then Spenny cut down only, he left in only the Bean Boozled part. So if you guys just want to watch us suffer, go to his channel and it's there. And let me know in the comments of this video right now if you guys want to see just the Skylander PvPs. Because since he did that on his channel where he only did the Bean Boozled, I can do only the battles and then break it up. It'll probably be 2 parts, maybe an hour long. It would just be all Skylander PvP. And a lot of them are the ones you guys requested, so. I cannot get... This section is so stupid. This is driving me nuts. Like, I've just been trying to converse with myself. Sure. And then a random one hits it. What I've been trying to do this whole time. That's it. I'm just going to charge right into all these. And none of them are probably going to hit. Yep. This is awful. This is cake part mission bad. Okay, not that bad. Let's be for real here. This is awful. What am I doing? This is supposed to be a review of Tri-Tip, and I can't even use him. There, finally. What was that? And this is like the end of the level, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so your little traps do... no damage. 100 what? Hold up. That was crazy. The slam is great regardless. I think that's why I ended up going this path, because he does such good damage already. Raw does nothing. 283 with the elemental zone power. What do you even call it? I forget these days. That's ridiculous. There was so much damage on the screen. That was just embarrassing. And then oh, that's right. He has the charge up move. That was filthy. That was disrespectful. Also, I like how they added in this game that you can attack these dudes when they still spin. I think that's a godsend right there, and it's lovely. Also, we're just going to whip out the Sky Chi so I can show it off a little bit. Oh, I like his, actually. His is actually fun. Does anybody else also just spam a random button when the Sky Chi goes off, even though you don't need to? I do it all the time. Well, that was filthy. I thought I one-hit him. Alright. These guys are just beefy, so. Where are my minions? Or not my minions, my traps. I just tried to bring them up like 4 different times. Oh, we are an expert. See, that's the glory of the little extra slam they give you. Oh, I can do that too. Oh, it clearly doesn't do as much damage. Okay, am I about to die? For real? I can't even see my health. My computer's in the way.
Sweet apple dumplings, you did
I think I was almost dead though.
defeated those unspeakably evil critters and saved us all. Seems like the polite thing to
What
do
am I
would
working
be
on?
to
Today is
go
my
forward,
record
huh?
day, so we're doing a
Thanks
couple of
for
episodes of
helping
the
me out
Honesty
here,
Half Hour,
Skylander. You've helped me out
and then a
before.
bunch of Skylander
You're all
backstories.
done in here for
We didn't
now,
have one in
but
the past
feel
week.
free to stop
Or,
by
yeah, we
any
did.
old time and
Not
look
this
around to
week
see if
of
there's any
recording,
hidden
but
treasures that you may have missed
get you
on your
guys
first
some
time
Skylander
through.
backstories. We're almost
Hey,
done with
you know
Swap
what's funny?
Force. We're on episode 70, I think. I think Windup was 69, and then that was it. Yeah, I was almost dead. Hey, level up. Thought I was maxed out. I'll take it. Hipster head. What, did I not have that?
Complete.
All right. Well, now we're only at 10 minutes. That's crazy. That's got to be the most boring. What is it called? Elemental realm? Element realm? I don't even remember. I don't play this game. I don't even know what Skylanders is anymore. But we're going to cut and start a different level. So I have made the executive decision to just go grind out some arena. Why not?
Battle.
Kind of worries me because I'm not very good with melee characters and everybody makes fun of me, but, you know, whatever. It's still fun. This arena's fine. I just don't like how small the field is. Like, in all the other games, it's like an arena. This is, like, fighting in a bathtub. Like, it's so small.
Nice to see you again, Skylander.
Good to see you too, Buzz.
Let's get rumbling.
At least Buzz never had, like, a character assassination. Like, Callie just got annoying. Really annoying. Tessa has always been annoying, but got less annoying over time, so they had, like, the reverse. Buzz was Buzz. Flynn was Flynn. Thank goodness. That was just mean. Okay, we might have to whip out the other tri-tip just to see if it's any better. Because, like, in Arena, I don't have the time to pull out the traps. Oh my, never mind, not changing, not changing.
Now this party just became official, because we got chompies in the house.
I just charged them off the cliff. That was perfect. And the fact that you can change the aim of your melee attack words. I just pushed another one off. Whoa. Come on, come close. Do it. Gone! Home run! He's gone! He literally just went into the upper deck, out of the stadium, Wii Sports, like, out of the park home run. That was insane. I'm just running around now. I'm doing my victory lap. I touched first, second, third, just ran across home, dude. I just deserve a 5 out of 5 for that. That was insane. We're gonna do one of these, and then, oh, it took out my trap. Okay. Round 2. Alright, tri-tip is pretty good. I don't know if you guys know that, but... Dude, it's so broken that you just knock everyone off the cliff. He does worse against small enemies. Wait, what did I get hit with so badly? I need food. Knock him off. Knock him off. Dies by chompies is hilarious, actually. I wouldn't even care. Alright, we are gonna take out the big guy. Anybody remember what this dude's name is? He's in Superchargers, that's all I remember. Okay, I need... Chill Bill is so nice. Not as... Oh, hold on. I died. Okay, yeah. Victor's not very great at, remove instant Skylander? What do you mean? They're all instant Skylanders. Okay, well now we're gonna switch to the other tri-tip. Yeah, I just kind of go balls to the wall with, melee characters. Not good at avoiding damage. Alright, so now this one's on the melee path, and I'll try to quickly show you guys that path. It's a lot more boring to watch, in my opinion. And a lot more boring to use. Do more damage, quake zones where you hit, and a vortex when you end your combo. It's not even a combo, it's just, you know. still does great damage for that. See, there's that vortex. It just... What are you doing over here?
What is your take on this whole... Looking good out there, Skylanders. Just keep defeating enemies and avoiding hazards and...
Dude, the Switch version is very convenient for Honesty Half Hour.
Ever miss being out there, Chill Bill? Fighting the Skylanders, living the life?
Why would Chill Bill miss fighting Skylanders? Literally, you can defeat Chill Bill without even getting hit. And that's like 90% of the time. Sky Chi time. Panic mode. It's so broken that Sky Chis are a thing. Like, I get the point. It's to show like the dominance of the senseis, but it does stun though, so that's nice.
I think that really goes to show you how easy it is to be an odds maker, Chill Bill. I mean, come on. Picking the guys who...
Did I just knock him off again?
It's not exactly a bold prediction.
Also, a meteor just took him out. Dude, if I die to another fireball... I mean, everybody already knows that the fire spell punks are like the worst. Oh, come on, you just spawned in! That's... I missed my extra armor, even though I died with that one too. That's demoralizing. Alright, let's go back to the MAP. Before I cry myself to sleep.
Nice to see you.
Well, you returned to die again. Yeah, no, I turned down the difficulty to 1 lower than expert. What, I think that's just medium? I don't know what it's called in this game. What? I said yes, didn't I?
Well. Nice to see you again.
Why you well-in me? Let me fight.
Let's get rumbling.
Because I literally just want to show off his moves. That's the point of the series. I'm not here to do a live stream lock. That's when we ramp up the difficulty. Rip to all the giants that passed away. Can I switch to the other version? I can, but now I've already started. It definitely does more damage here. See, there's the vortex. Oh, okay, it's pretty good. I don't know. He's fun. He's a fun Skylander, but he's definitely not one of the best. Okay, well, there's a lot of people on the field, so I'm gonna use the Sky Chi, which just feels wrong because everybody's stunned and pretty much pointless. It's like, oh, how impressive! You instantly take out everybody on the field, regardless of the difficulty. No, you're not allowed to be here. Also, he just took him out in 2 hits. Thank goodness I turned down the difficulty. Everybody's gonna look like they're dominating now. I don't know. Some people say that like senseis are like so broken in Imaginators, but like I have never felt like that. I don't know if it's because I've played on harder difficulties or what. But like I don't feel like the senseis are like overpowered really. They feel like any other like gimmick Skylander to me. The Imaginators, yes, very broken. Especially if yours is level 60 something like mine. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you could just kind of just slam like crazy and you're gonna do fine. But if you want to be more creative, use the traps. I find the traps more fun in open levels because you have the space to set them off. That's really sad. I just used my Sky Chi against a bunch of chompies, I believe. Actually, nobody. Nobody's even on the field. I used it at the end. That's awful. I should just hit him off, right? Okay, I like Chill Bill and Broccoli Guy commentating sometimes, but I feel like it's a little much. It gets annoying, and I can't be the only one. I'm sorry, did I just get hurt by a spinning cloud with nothing in it? When I'm creating spinning clouds with like dirt, and I'm doing just fine? Oh, there is like a little vortex that sucks him in. I thought it was just damage. Down goes Frazier.
Oh, so true, Chill Bill. I guess I always realized that they kicked butt. I just didn't know they kicked this much butt.
so much butt. I don't even know who's talking because I think they switched the voice of Chill Bill so it doesn't sound the same anymore. I'm used to the Trap Team one that's like raspy, and this one is this nasally mess. Alright, victory. Wow. The difference between, what is it, medium difficulty or whatever it's called, and expert is actually crazy. Also, Chill Bill doesn't look chill at all. He's not even blue anymore. He's like light teal-ish green.
Skylander, that was awesome.
Thank
And
you.
I'm talking about the good kind of awesome here, too. Although, now that I think about it, I guess there really is no other kind. Well, anyway, nice job. And
Thank
hey,
you, Buzz.
here's
I really
a
wanted to sit
reward
through that.
for all that
Sure, let me
hard
open this up. If you don't open this up, does it go to the MAP? Like where they'll store all your stuff?
work.
There was the meteor again. Alright, so it is time. We were about 20 minutes of gameplay in, so we're going to cut back to my face. We're going to talk about Tri-Tip, all of his moves, and give him his rating out of 5 stars. Let's go! Okay, so Tri-Tip. I know I died twice, okay, and I wasn't even on Nightmare. That's just a problem with Tri-Tip, I guess. I don't know. Like, let's break down his moves. Okay, so his main attack is his Mace Slam, which does great damage, especially if you're on the Mace path. Also, my Switch controller keeps vibrating because the meteors keep falling out of the sky, and it's getting really annoying. But, okay, so you have his Slam attack, does great damage, especially if you're on that path. The traps are very slow to spawn in, even if you are on that path. I know it says they spawn in quicker. Sure. When? Like, I'm getting hit like crazy regardless. If I'm in an open level, he's going to do better. He's not built for arena, really. His Sky Chi is, because he just spins in a circle the size of the arena and takes everything out. So, all for that. But the charge move, I wish you could use it more often, but it's really good either way. He just seems to be like an average Skylander to me. He's not going to be someone I'm going to run to if I need someone. He's very middle of the pack, maybe even bottom of the pack, but that doesn't mean he's bad. He just doesn't have any like outstanding qualities that I just like am sitting here like, wow, what an awesome Skylander. Like, I say that to his variant because the legendary Tri-Tip looks awesome, but I don't know. He's just kind of bland to me, but he's good still. A lot of the senseis feel that way. I don't know why. Maybe it's just Imaginators as a game. I bet if you teleported them to any of the other Skylanders games, it would make that game more fun or make that character more fun. But overall, Tri-Tip is a good Skylander. I do recommend him, but the lack of range is really what gets you. And Imaginators on those higher difficulties, Nightmare, or even Expert, as you guys saw, even with, I can't read, 1,110 health, they melted him twice. Even with the path that gave him more armor. You guys know me. I don't care for melee Skylanders. It's not me. I like fighting from afar. I like to stay away. I'm going to shoot you from over here. That's the way I like to operate. But out of 5 stars, I'm going to give a Tri-Tip. Give a Tri-Tip? I'm going to give the Tri-Tip. I'm going to give him a 3.5. 3.5 stars out of 5. I feel like I'm going to get some backlash from this, but 3.5, he literally has to headbutt people. And if they don't die or get knocked off cliffs, they hit him. Because there's that recharge time in between literally every single one of his moves. It's slow. Like, yeah, you could just slam the hammer. I'm going to call it a hammer because I can't remember what it's called. Mace. There we go. He can slam it all around, but there's still a pause in between, especially if you want to charge it up to do that baseball swing, which was actually really funny. But the charge move, long pause. The trap move, really long pause, even if you are on the quicker path. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5. Hope you guys enjoyed another episode of the Skylanders Honesty Half Hour. I wish you guys, just like every other week, Monday at noon Eastern Time, you get a new episode, a new Skylander review via the Honesty Half Hour. So this has been episode 26. I will see you guys next week for episode 27, which I'm going to record right now. So I will know a week ahead of you guys what Skylander you guys will be watching. So thank you guys for watching. Keep saving Skylands, and I will see you guys soon.